to the Johnny Love Movies podcast. Ooh, wow. April Tino, episode 2. Sense of a Woman. Did I steal that Oscar from Denzel or not? Yes, everybody, welcome back to the Johnny Love Movies podcast. And today, if I can get my screens up to show our beautiful faces, today I am joined once again by my man Mick. Yes, from the scene Snobs. Let's make this equal. I don't want to just there we go. And we're discussing the 1992 Oscar Award winning film, starring Al Pacino, Chris O'Donnell. Sense of a Woman.
Ooh ah.
Ooh ah, ooh ah. And honestly, I didn't know, but there's a line of demarcation with Al Pacino. You know, like early in his career, he's talking normal like you and me, just like Fredo. Don't ever go against the family again, Fredo. He goes from that, and then at some weird fucking point in his career, he goes from that to ooh-wah! She had a big ass, and we found it, Mick. It's this movie. This movie is the line of demarcation. This is when he lost his freaking mind for the next 30 years. We found it.
I don't know if I can agree with that wholeheartedly. Not that you're wrong. I just look at it as he probably went crazy sometime around And Justice for All.
Okay.
Which actually, we were talking about Al Pacino comedies. Mm-hmm. That is a comedy film. It's just dark as hell.
Oh, okay.
You should check it out. It's a wild one. He plays a lawyer who's like burnt out, and the judge who hates him the most blackmails him to be his lawyer in a rape case.
Oh shit!
And he hates that judge because he thinks he's just a piece of garbage. And it's wild. It's a dark.
Injustice for All. Okay,
it's worth it, but it's a dark one.
It seems like one of his like deeper cuts. So I'm definitely going to see that or watch that. I love when an actor has deep cuts like that. And I do like me a good dark comedy every once in a while. But you got to let me know that's a comedy. You can't get like too dramatic and serious because then I'm just going to think you're just a drama at this point. Like for the longest time, dude. We'll get to Al Pacino on this Al Pacino show later real quick. But I'm just going to go on a quick little sidebar here. On the subject of dark comedies, Truman Show, right? I caught that recently. And for the longest time, I've always saw Truman Show more of a drama than a dark comedy or a comedy at all. It wasn't until like this 18th viewing, I think I've seen this movie about 18 times in my life now, where I actually started like chuckling and I can actually see the comedy. But for the longest time, with me and dark comedies, it's like, I don't know, it's just like the line for me is just so close to like sometimes I just view them as like dramas.
I get it. I do. It's hard to argue, especially early on like that, because I was like 99 when that came out. And the term dramedy, I feel, it has always sort of been around. And I would even maybe call like Injustice for All and Truman Show and stuff dramedies. Mm-hmm. It just was like sort of there before. They were that before the term came around. I think the term sort of like was inherited during Garden State time frame.
Yeah.
Where they really are like they're comedies, but you're pushing the drama.
Yeah.
Truman Show is more drama with some really good comedy, but it's dark. I think you have to have dark elements like that to really make the comedy effective in a dramatic type of setting.
Oh, for sure. And this film is definitely a drama comedy. And you know what? Because we don't have our third co-host here on today, so it's going to just be me and Mick, the dynamic duo. Okay, so we're going to.
I'm getting my tights on.
Yes, speaking of tights, I got a little superhero rant later. But last week, we had Farkas covered or recap. I'm going to have, if you may, Mick, please don us with a brief recap. And if you get to certain points that I want to interject in, I'll interject. But give us a recap on this 1992 Best Picture nominated film, Sense of a Woman.
I've never seen it. I don't like it. No, I'm just kidding.
That would be the ultimate twist ever. If you just like, I think it's a lawyer in it. I guess I don't know. You had young Robin in there or something.
No lawyers. That's the funny part. You would think with the hugely famous scene from this movie, there, like you could easily be like, oh, it's a movie about lawyers or something like that. No. It's Chris O'Donnell plays a kid who goes to school at a very prestigious school. He witnesses some vandalism. I don't want to give too much away for everybody. Some vandalism in a way by some of his peers, and the school wants him to tell on, and he doesn't want to do that. He doesn't want to sell anybody out. He just wants to stay out of it. He's taking a stand for himself. Well, now he's facing expulsion. He's the only one facing expulsion just because he didn't want to like go out there and say who it was, even though he doesn't actually truly know for a fact. He just kind of knows, and they're still going to expel him. That's a big precursor to this because he has to take a job as a guide to a lieutenant colonel from the Army who is disabled. He's blind. His name is Frank Slade, played by Al Pacino.
Can I say, I'm interjecting right now. Can I just say that's like one of the great movie names ever? Frank Slade. Colonel Frank Slade.
You know what it is? It works better, and I'm going to get you, sucker.
Oh, yeah, Jack Slade. Oh, my God. Yeah.
Was it Frank or it was Jack or Frank Slade? I can't remember.
It was Jack Slade, and I'm going to get you,
Jack
sucker.
Slade, yep.
Yeah.
So his brother who went into the Army and became blind, Al Pacino, Frank Slade. So Charlie takes a job sort of guiding him through Thanksgiving. But really what's happening is Frank has an expiration date in mind with his depression and such. So he decides to sort of take Charlie on a journey to learn about manhood and things like that. And it's a beautiful story about them both learning from each other about life and what it means to enjoy and appreciate life. Culminating in honestly one of the greatest scenes in movie history, and that is when Frank comes in to defend Charlie at his hearing at the school at the end.
Yep.
And you get some of the greatest scenes and one-liners and such that come out of that movie. It's a beautiful movie. There's a lot of fantastic interactions in the movie between these characters and like how they're feeling, and there's so much built on it. And I mean, honestly, I think people should see this movie for the acting, if nothing else. But there's a little controversy, and I'm going to let you take that one.
Yes. And the controversy is also part of the title of this episode, which is, did Al steal Denzel's Oscar in '93? We'll get to that later, but what I wanted to bring up, and it's funny that you didn't say this at all, Mick. It's on all the posters for this, by the way, even on that little screen grab that I had. This film is directed by the man who directed Beverly Hills Cop.
Yep, Martin Brest.
And I'll be honest with you, Mick, I've seen Hills Cop plenty of times. Didn't think he had this in him. Seen that honestly, in Midnight Run. Didn't think he had this in him.
You know, it's funny. Martin Brest, in some ways, I would think like he had more of this in him than he did Beverly Hills Cop. If you think about Beverly Hills Cop series, it's, I don't want to say disjointed. I don't feel it's a disjointed series because Eddie Murphy really makes everything believable. You know, and that's a beautiful part about those movies. But that first movie is much more regal than I'd say like the sequel. And I love 2. 2 is my favorite.
Yeah.
And I'd say 4 is closer to 2.
Yeah, for sure.
3.
Because like how I would rank it would be 1, 4, 2. My dog's dog shit. Some hobo piss on the street. Then 3. That's my ranking.
You know what it is? I put 2 first.
Okay.
But I'm a guy. Here's the funny thing.
You love Tony Scott, man.
Who likes? Tony Scott, my favorite director. You know that. But also, I'm a guy who likes movies where, if like, to me, Back to the Future is one of my favorite movies of all time. It's actually my favorite movie of all time. There is no hands down. That's it. And the reason I say is like that movie is written so well. Yeah, there's plot holes. You can pick it apart. You can do it. But the characters are written so well that the setup of each character, you don't feel like you're taking time out of the movie to set these characters up. Everything falls into place. And most movies can't do that. Like Beverly Hills Cop's great, fish out of water.
Yeah.
Eddie Murphy plays it off perfectly. Everyone in there, great chemistry. It's just perfect how they work together. But by the time you get to 2, I love that they're friends. I love that they're, and like you're set up. I don't need them to have any type of conflict in that moment. The conflict will come from his antics. And that's why I love that movie so much. And most sequels in that vein.
Oh, yeah, for sure. And I just think that, with Martin Brest in particular, because this guy's filmography to me, dude, it's like a roller coaster, right? And then it it doesn't even hit the cliff. It goes off the cliff in 2003 when he makes Geely. Hasn't made a movie since. I was on the Wikipedia looking at his filmography, and I'm just like, that's what you're going to end your career on, dog?
I think that was what ended his career. I think that Beverly Hills money just didn't really in this too, like Geely came out 2002?
03, man. 10 years after this. 11.
Yeah, 11 years after this. And we interviewed Jonathan Frakes one time, and he put it perfectly when he became a director after Star Trek. And we were like, you directed First Contact, Insurrection, both winners. Yeah. You directed Clock Stoppers, which I love and people really liked, and it did well.
Dude,
I was like, what about the Thunderbirds? Because he did that after, and he goes, the one that put me in movie jail. And I was like, is that a real thing? He was like, very much so back then. He's like, maybe not so much now because a lot of directors can walk away and make something and build back up.
Yeah,
but he's
Netflix.
Like, if you're a studio guy and you had a bomb like that, you're out. You're like doomed to TV from now on. Because
now I was able to pull up the Wikipedia, but dude, you had Hills. He they said it's uncredited, but they said he directed fucking War Games with Broderick. Hills Cop. I feel like Midnight Run to me, I like that more than Hills Cop. I really love Midnight Run. Like
it is such a good one.
Yeah. And then he goes into this, and then one movie that I really like that I think people hate on or is underappreciated is Meet Joe Black, when Death decided he wanted to become human and get some pussy.
I love that movie. That's such a weird, fun movie. And think about those movies as you say it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and every one of them had fantastic actors.
Yep.
Just cool premises, fantastic actors. And then you get to Geely, Ben Affleck and Jennifer Lopez.
Yep.
And Pat Pacino's in that too.
Yeah, he is. Yeah, holy
another
shit.
Comedy for you.
Oh my God. Yeah, we were talking about what comedies did Pacino do before the show. And I guess you could use the term.
No, it's a comedy. It's a comedy. You know that. It's supposed to be a comedy. It's supposed to be.
But yeah, man. He has had like a really fascinating career leading up to that point. And like I said, I ain't gonna lie to you. If you want to get a good laugh, and this is dark to laugh at, but the way Brad Pitt goes out and Meet Joe Black in the movie, it's a dummy effect.
Oh my God.
My God.
It's so funny.
Yeah.
I love the way it goes out because you never expect it either. And I don't want,
Not
again,
at all.
like, I'm not going to tell anybody when it is, but if you watch Meet Joe Black, because I feel like when I remember I watched it on VHS for the first time.
Mm-hmm.
And like when that happens, you're like, what the fuck? Like, there's no other reaction. You're like, what? And then he shows up later and you're like, oh, okay.
And that's another movie that I saw later in life, because I was the weird 8-year-old kid asking my mom and my dad to take me to see that fucking movie. So I didn't catch that movie until I was 18. My mom and dad's like, what the fuck's up with this kid? This kid's fucking weird. Meet Joe Black.
You're not weird. You're look, dude. I'm the same way, man. Like, you want to watch the stuff. You're a movie fan. Like a true movie fan, not to put anybody down, but there's horror fans, there's sci-fi fans, there's people, and that's fine. But a lot of people ask me too, and they're like, you review everything. What's your genre? And I'm like, everything.
Right? Yeah, I don't have one.
I love movies. Like, that's what I love in the filmmaking and the film industry and everything that goes into it. Celebrities I can give celebrities I can give a shit about. Better the actor, the more inclined you're gonna have me wanting to talk about you.
Exactly. And speaking of better actors, great actors, fucking Philip Seymour Hoffman as one of the guys or his co-defendant in this case, I guess. I didn't even know if Hoffman was in this fucking movie, right?
Yeah.
And I'm like, this boy was young. He was in shape. I mean, honestly, he was in shape. He was a good looking man. I don't know what happened later in life, but
great performance.
Great performance, by the way.
Just as a prick teenager.
Yeah.
I love
and you know what's crazy is because his son ended up doing the long walk last year, right?
Yep.
And for the longest time, they would say, "Oh, this is Philip Seymour Hoffman's boy." When he did Licorice Pizza and all that. For me, I was the one guy who was like, "I don't see it." I'm like, "I don't see it." But then I'm watching this one, I'm just like, "Damn, that's really 1-to-1."
Yeah.
I'm like, he really does. Like his son really does favor him younger. But yeah, what a good Weasley performance. I wouldn't even say Weasley. He was just a douchey teenager from a rich family who wanted to pick on the poor kid. I can tell you, I did a deep dive on this movie a little bit before the show. Because what's weird is, and Mick, let me know if you agree, but I saw so much of like Good Will Hunting in this. Like I feel like Ben and Matt, and they auditioned for this, by the way. That's part of the trivia I was going to. But they auditioned for this, by the way. But I feel like they saw this movie, and this movie inspired them because I'm like, there's a lot of music cues I've noticed between both movies. They look kind of similar, and even down to the mentor-mentee relationship. It just feels like this was like in the DNA of Good Will Hunting.
It's kind of a
bridge. And School Ties.
That's what I was going to say. It like there's a bridge between it with Chris O'Donnell into School Ties into Good Will Hunting. We don't see a lot of it now, and I wish we did. Where movies like this that come out that are specifically written for younger characters in mind. The what is it? Dead Poet Society is another one that I can think of. Stuff like that, like where it's really allowing young actors to shine. Like nothing except for really horror, it seems now, is written for young actors.
Can I sidebar real quick? Because you just mentioned you mentioned Dead Poet Society. I'm gonna be honest with you. I really feel like Dead Poet Society should have been the one that Williams won the Oscar for. He was nominated, but I feel like that was the one he should have got his Oscar for, not Good Will Hunting. Sorry.
No, I don't know who else was up that year. I'd have to look to really.
I know Cruise was nominated for Born on the 4th of July.
He was good in that year. That was a very good movie. He did a great job. Like I think people forget Cruise
can act.
Can
play ball.
When he's not doing a Tom Cruise movie, I would compare Tom Cruise to John Wayne in terms of career. Okay,
so I got the list up, Mick, for the best actors that year, 89. Technically 90. The winner was actually Daniel Day-Lewis for My Left Foot, but it was Kenneth Branagh for Henry V, Tom Cruise for Born on the 4th of July, Morgan Freeman for Driving Miss Daisy, and Robin Williams for Dead Poet. I still say Robin Williams Dead Poet Society. I seen My Left Foot, but it's Day-Lewis, I guess.
Was Ossie Davis nominated for a supporting actor that year? Do you know?
Yeah, for Do the Right Thing.
Yeah, because that should have won.
Yeah.
Even Kim Basinger came out and said it.
That should have won Best Picture for sure. Yeah.
Yeah. That to me is the most egregious overlooking because it wasn't even nominated.
Yeah.
And Driving Miss Daisy won. And I don't think I've ever heard anybody who's going to argue with me about Driving Miss Daisy being great. It's maybe my grandmother, but unfortunately she's gone. And I get it, but still, Fried Green Tomatoes is a better movie.
Yeah.
But like Driving Miss Daisy is such horse shit. It's a terrible movie with no real like the one weighty type scene you can make about it is when she argues with the cop because the cop is harassing Morgan Freeman's character for being black, and I'm like, but Do the Right Thing. Right? Like, no love for Radio Raheem. What are we talking about?
And what's weird is like, I think Ossie Davis did lose that year though, but I feel ashamed that like he was nominated in the same category as Dan Aykroyd. Dan Aykroyd's one only Oscar nomination for Driving Miss Daisy,
and was not deserved in any. I'm
not at
sorry,
all.
Dan Aykroyd deserves no Oscar
I
nominations
mean,
for
maybe for My
anything.
Girl. I like My Girl. He was good in My Girl.
But an Oscar nomination. I mean, the best acting was Beta at the end. Where's glasses? You need
Yeah.
glasses. I can't believe that's the second time this week I'm talking about that.
Yeah.
It's, I don't know. 89 was a weird year, but
Weird year.
how many
We
times
did
have I
get
talked
Batman.
about the 80s being terrible for movies?
That's true. That's true.
Great for pop culture shit.
For sure. Yeah, let's get back to this though. Like,
Do we have
there,
to? No,
there was a lot of, there's a lot of young actors who auditioned for this. And we'll just do a little bit of trivia right now. Okay, so there's one actor who when I saw it, I was just like, really him? Like, Mick, give me the most, and it could be any race. It's in your head at that time, young, around that age. Who's the most outlandish name that you could think of to audition for the part of Charlie Shims, who ultimately was played by Chris O'Donnell? The most outlandish name you can think of.
Now that you say this, the character, before I answer, the character of Charlie should have been a black actor.
Okay.
That would have made that movie way more important, especially at the end when the only black student is the one who's being scapegoated.
Yeah.
Sorry, that just came to mind after you. Not that I think having a black actor is outlandish. Actually, I think it fits better. But Ben Affleck, which I know, like Ben Affleck is a good director, and he's fine. I don't like he was good in Dogma.
Yeah.
But,
Affleck is one of them. Affleck and Damon, they were one of them.
No, but outlandish. Jack Black.
No, but I'll give it to you. I'll give it to you right now. All right.
Okay.
I'm just do a bad impression of him. Okay. It's just say, all right. I don't know what to say.
Get the fuck out of here.
Time, I'm out here trying to help this blind man go to New York. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. I did say that this movie would benefit if Charlie was played by a black actor.
Yeah.
No offense to Chris Rock, but not him.
Yeah. He was one of the finalists, dude. That's what I'm trying to tell you. He was one of the finalists. Yeah.
I think maybe that early on, he didn't have his voice yet.
Mm-hmm.
If he had gotten it, I think he would have put on a good performance because he was really trying.
Yeah.
Ooh. He would have been too young in 92, but you know who would have been good? Tupac.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Pac or fucking, I was going to say a young Will Smith, like before 6 degrees separation.
But I could see, that's the thing about Will Smith. Like, all right, Will Smith's a good actor, but I think he would give a similar performance to like a Chris O'Donnell.
Oh, Chris O'Donnell? Yeah.
Not like there would be a different connotation by switching the race, but
yeah,
he's I don't know what it is about.
But Will you know Smith. What?
It's so funny. He's such like, he tries to take the classically trained acting route.
Yeah,
and it works because he does have it. But
I was thinking about other young black actors right there, and now that you said it, and I feel like Will Smith in the '90s for some reason he was just like the great equalizer. Like he was kind of like how Jordan was in the '90s. How there was like no other body in his class who were like champions, so there was like no other black actors around him. It was like the guy. But
black or white, he was probably the biggest movie star. I mean, maybe Tom Cruise you could argue with in the 90s.
Yeah, I was gonna say it was him and Tom.
Young actor, we talk about all these young actors with Matt Damon, Ben Affleck, Chris O'Donnell.
Yeah.
Will Smith was the best one out of all of them.
So I was gonna say, for me, another black actor who could have definitely done this role, and I think would have bodied this role, Kadeem Hardison from A Different World.
Yeah. 100%.
Kadeem Hardison.
Again, another one who's like classically trained. He's a classically trained actor. So, I mean, A Different World,
right?
Is so well. I mean, Cosby Show is the same.
Yeah,
you can take both those shows and compare them to any other sitcoms at the time, and most characterizations from other actors, it's hokey.
Yep.
Now there's silly things that happen in the Cosby Show and A Different World, even in Fresh Prince.
Mm-hmm.
more so Fresh Prince. Sometimes it went
Yeah.
really wacky, but in a
Yeah.
good way, I think. But
Yeah.
it was they were always grounded, and you were getting some really fantastic actors, regardless of race. Everyone who stepped onto those shows was like elevated.
Because Don Cheadle got his. Well, I mean, you say colors, but Don Cheadle had a big performance in Fresh Prince as one of Will's friends.
I remember he came from Philly, and he used to protect them. And Aunt Viv was telling him, like, is he a bad influence? He was like, we jumped the same fences. You know, he helped me hide my books in the pizza boxes and stuff. Like, he did. He was
that's another, but that's
great
like,
actor, though.
But yeah, we're naming a lot of great young black actors. Because like the other one, my second choice, who wasn't Kadeem, and God bless the dead, I would have gone with Malcolm Jamal Warner. Because I feel like he needed the ultimate shot to see if he could make it in the majors from TV. And I think he had the goods too.
Yeah. Oh yeah, he was never given a real chance.
Yeah,
he was. But Malcolm and Eddie was a great
show. Yeah, and they hated each other, by the way.
They hated each other.
Yeah, I found out recently they hated each other in real life.
Oh my God, that sucks. They did such a great job.
But they did a good job. Yeah, the chemistry was great. Yeah,
they pulled it off so well.
But yeah, Malcolm and Eddie, yeah. So yeah, those are great young alternates. What's crazy is because I know we used to do this on Popcorn and Pints, but I did do an all-black casting in my head.
Hey, that was your thing, man. So I'm down. Let's hear it.
And I was just like, you know, what would be a good way to get like some good get back if they did a remake of this. I'm like, get Denzel Washington to play Frank Slade and get Miles Canton from Sinners to play Chris Sims. Or he could be this Hoffman role, right? And you can get I forgot the boy's name, Caleb McLaughlin from Stranger Things as Chris.
He was
Sims.
good. I liked him. He was in GOAT recently. I like him. He did a good job.
Bad. Well, I'm like,
there's real emotion. I think a lot of people don't give animation credit.
Yeah.
When you have a really good actor in an animated film, and we see that in TV shows a lot of times, the Rick and Morty's, things like that, like good actors stepping in and they emote right through their voice perfectly.
Yep.
And it works.
Shit, Sandra Oh on Invincible. God. Especially last week's episode. Yeah.
I'm not caught up on that. You can't ruin that
for me. Catch up on season 3.
I have 2 episodes to go. My son went away for spring break, and we're watching it together.
Okay, good.
So I have 2 episodes I need to watch. He's coming back tomorrow. I cannot wait.
Y'all gonna love it. But so we have that, right? And then because you brought up GOAT, and I was gonna segue again with GOAT, and I feel like I drew the bad straw when I went to the movies earlier, because it was between GOAT, Hoppers, and Super Mario Galaxy. Those are like the 3. I'm doing a big catch up. I've been working a lot, so I haven't been going to go to new movies recently. So I'm catching up. Like tomorrow, I'm seeing Project Hail Mary. But nice. I feel like I drew the short straw when I chose Super Mario. I was just like, I like Mario. I should have probably gone to see either GOAT or real life Avatar with our animals.
Oh my God.
I should have went to go see that instead. But this is not that story. It's a woman's story. But what do you think about that family dinner scene? I just thought that scene was I think I told you this before, Mick. If not, I'm going to tell you this is new news to you. I get secondhand embarrassment real bad for like fictional people in fictional situations. And I was sitting there like I was there. Like I felt like I was Chris at that table, and I was like, "Oh man, why am I here?"
I think that's important. I think that shows an effective story. Like any story that can make you feel the emotions of any character. If you can feel all of the characters' emotions, even better. Yeah. But when you feel embarrassment, that's an emotion.
Yeah.
And that's what a movie's supposed to do. Like I see my kids, like when there's certain scenes that are embarrassing, they like cover their eyes or whatever watching. And I'm like, that's what it's supposed to do. It's supposed to make you feel, and it is, and that's important. I love that. So I'm with you on that, and I don't think that's a big problem at all.
Yeah, 'cause I was just digging in my chair, and I'm just like, get me the fuck out of here. Frank, why do you take me here?
You're gonna feel that with Project Hail Mary, trust me.
Okay.
You're gonna get those emotions, and you're gonna feel them all, and it's a good feeling. That's why I always get mad at people who watch movies and they're like, I don't feel anything. I don't cry at movies. I'm like, do you laugh? Do you get sad? Do you get mad? I'm like, if you're not feeling all of those emotions in a way,
Yeah.
it becomes like the movie will never resonate with you.
Yeah.
And that's an important part of the movie watching experience, is letting it resonate with you.
Yeah, I absolutely agree with that 1,000%. So like, and like you said, that's a hallmark of a good movie. Like if you can really like feel what the characters are feeling, you know what I mean? It's just like Bradley Whitford, a young Bradley Whitford. I've never seen this man young. Oh no, that's a lie. Billy Madison, he was young. I was gonna say I've never seen him young in my life. I did. This is the second time I've seen him young in my life. Bradley Whitford, man. He was really good in that one scene. Like when he came to play, and like I understand like why he hates his uncle, which is kind of, you know, I just understood that like dislike that he had, and he was able to perform and convey that, because like I was like Frank too, because like he kept on calling Chris O'Donnell's character Charlie Chuck, and you know he doesn't like being called Chuck. And I was kind of like Al Pacino. I'm like, he doesn't like being called that. Stop. You're doing it on purpose. You're being a dick for no reason.
Yep.
I'm like, look, you got a lot of history with your uncle, and hey, look, I'm not judging you for your reaction to him, but Charlie's an innocent bystander, man.
You're just being a dick at this point.
Exactly.
That whole scene was played well, though. There's a lot of tension building in that scene that really gets to you.
Right, because I'm like I couldn't even tell if his brother even actually liked him or missed him or anything like that, you know, and that was good because you couldn't tell the actor's emotion. This is the first time I've seen that actor in that role in anything, so I don't know if he was like a veteran at the time.
I have to look it up again. I can't remember his face at the moment.
Yeah, but that was a really cool scene that stood out to me. The whole kidnapping Chris O'Donnell thing that like nobody wanted to address. I'm like, technically, this is kidnapping. He wasn't a willing participant to going from Albany to New York City. Like, this is against his will.
That's fair. I never had like an old man kidnap me and show me a fun weekend.
Exactly. Yeah.
I wasn't on their dial, I guess.
That's an odd kidnapping story. Yeah. Hey, old man kidnapped me for 3 days and then to become like one of my closest friends and learned a lot about life and had a steak dinner.
Okay, Richard Venture. Yeah, he was. He's a long time character actor.
Okay.
He dates back to the days.
Oh shit! Old time.
Yeah, he goes back. 65 started for the most part. 58 mostly in TV.
Oh, all right.
But he was in a lot of stuff, and he was just one. You know what? I miss that too because they don't exist anymore. Because everybody wants to be a celebrity or an influencer.
Yeah.
The ones who wanted to just act and became character actors and would show up in movie after movie as different characters. That was always like, that's what made the movie feel real, feel grounded.
Yeah.
Now, when I watch the Thanksgiving scene and you have Al Pacino in it and maybe Chris O'Donnell, there's like 7 other celebrities that are just there for that one scene.
Yep.
I'm like, put an actor in. Remember when Richard Jenkins was a character actor and not a
star? Yeah. He was a that guy. And now we know that's Richard Jenkins. He's no longer a that guy.
And now it's kind of boring. And you're like, come on, Richard Jenkins, go back to being a character actor. You're so much better.
Because what's funny is like, I was going to bring it up because you're bringing up stars. And what's funny is the ones who want to be character actors are the big stars, like Ryan Gosling and fucking Brad Pitt. You know,
right?
They want to be fucking Glenn Powell. You know, recently, you know, but they're too pretty, so you make them the lead. But they want to be character actors.
Yeah, you know, it's because they get to pick their parts better that way.
Yeah,
there's no fun in being the star anymore. The star, like,
unless you're in a Marvel movie.
Yeah, I don't even think that's that much fun anymore. People are looking to leave. I think actors like classically done stories that allow for them to really act their ass off and change.
Yeah.
I was talking about this with my wife earlier. I watched a movie called Beast of War, and I'm like, the wrong person survived. And the reason being is because this guy was the hero. He had the integrity all throughout. And I'm like, I get that, but he was the same person in the beginning that he was in the end.
Yeah, he didn't learn like a big lesson. I also watched that.
Whereas now imagine, because remember not to give it away, but there's 3 people at one time. One is the antagonist who learns and does the sacrifice And then you have the one that got saved earlier and was being picked on by the antagonist. And then you have the hero. Now imagine the hero sacrificed, and then the jerk, who has been a jerk the whole time, steps up and helps and saves and does what he needs to do. To me, that's a better movie ending.
Yeah.
You got a real change. Even that hero's sacrifice gave you a change. And the reason I talk about it is like this movie has those elements.
Yeah.
But new movies today, they don't. So what do actors really chop?
Because I was going to say a movie that has that element that you mentioned that ended up sucking, though, was Rise of Skywalker, because we had an antagonist who was a jerk. We had that same heel turn at the end.
Yep.
And the movie still ended up sucking.
But even then is a carbon copy of when it was actually meaningful in Return of the Jedi.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, they're kind of copying the Vader arc, but without the real weight of like his son saying like, you're still a good person. You were just been lured over, like come back, you know, like people need to learn how to write again.
Yeah. Unfortunately it's a lost art because like, it's like IP now. And then like, I think the state of writing, I think it's like an epidemic of all things. It's not even just with our big blockbusters, honestly. It's like in all, it could be like in a fucking legal drama now. It's just like, you know, it's a dead art form. I think people are trying to chase that quan, as they say. And like, oh, this works, so like, we'll just do this. And like, but you set this and this and this up. That kind of nope, money. Top out ending.
It's ridiculous how they pull it off.
But because like what's weird is when we look at this movie and talk about endings, is while that court scene, by the way, or it's not even a court scene, it's more like a tribunal or whatever. That scene they had, that was pretty good. But I'm talking about the scene afterwards where like Chris O'Donnell like takes like 20 minutes staring at Frank in his driveway talking to his like little niece. Like in real life, I'm like, okay, why is this weird dude still here looking at me? Because like honestly, if I was the driver, I would have been like, yo, my man, come on. What you doing?
Yeah, the movie here's my problem with Scent of a Woman as we're talking about it. I like to and we were talking about Oscars and such, and just this goes for all awards in terms of movies. I'm not gonna talk about music and all that stuff, but
yeah.
I don't think movies win Oscars. I think scenes win Oscars.
Yes.
And this is a calculated thing. So I'm not saying it's true because it's only calculated by me. I think if you have 2 or more scenes where you shine, you're gonna be nominated for a Best Picture.
Yep.
If a side character has a good monologue or a scene, just one, they're gonna get nominated.
Yep.
The deeper the scenes, the better the chance you have at winning.
Yep.
And if you go back and you look at just last year, which was a great year for movies. Awesome
year for movies, yeah.
Jessie Buckley, you can argue about Hamnet all day and say, oh, you know, it was an okay movie, blah, blah, blah. She had 2 truly guttural, beautiful scenes in that movie. I think the movie's great, but she had 2 scenes where really she shined.
Yeah.
Whereas Paul Mescal didn't. Paul Mescal was really good in it.
But he's always been an understated actor, though. He's always not try to play for like the cheap seats when he performs.
Well, when it was written, Chloe Zhao helped write it, so she was writing it for the Agnes character for Jessie Buckley. So she was always going to get the scenes.
Yeah.
And I think when a writer steps in and they you know, I know as a screenwriter myself, you want to have those scenes that really drive you home and like get you there. And for most writers, the scenes they want don't always work in what they're trying to force it in. But then you see these types of movies. You think about all those movies that were nominated that year. Malcolm X.
Yeah.
Scenes that really drive it home, like what, you know, you remember and they stick out. I think that's what gets you those nominations because and wins. You know what I mean?
I feel like Paul Mescal, when we look at Hamlet, to me, he didn't have that Eddie Murphy and Dreamgirls moment.
No.
You know, where he just did like, because you know what? Jennifer Hudson had like a showy performance in that role. You can even say he was showy as James Thunder early, but what got him nominated is just that look. And that one moment when he was about to shoot up and that look. And it's just like, I think Paul could have stuck out in that movie if he had a moment like that. Just a look, just convey something with your eyes.
Mm-hmm. And if the movie can somehow reflect the actor's life in some way, Christopher Plummer for what is it? The one where he plays an older gentleman who
The Beginners.
Yeah. He had some great scenes, and they stand out, like especially the one with him and his son, Ewan McGregor, played by Ewan McGregor in the movie. That was a deep scene that I understood why he got nominated.
Yep.
The wind comes from he's an older man playing a man going into a new life, something he has shined his whole life and things like that. He's always been a mainstay in the industry, but in the movie, he's like him having this grandiose change in his life. That sort of relates to this older gentleman at the end of his life, sort of end of his career. Even he's not going to have these chances anymore.
Yeah,
something reflects there, and I think really draws in people. So I don't always think it's like, let's snub this person, let's snub that person. I think it's what scenes resonated with people.
All right,
and that's where you're going to get it.
And that's a good segue into our categories. This time I actually changed up a little bit. Now, the big one we named the show about, that's our last category. Now, the first category is this. Sense of a Woman. You think that that was a good title or no? Should we have titled something else?
I think it's a good title now.
Okay.
I think because we know it. And that is a great scene. That tango scene is one of the scenes that got him nominated, but it's also more so the scene at the end. He had two great scenes in that movie.
Yeah.
He had a lot more great scenes, but that dinner isn't the same as the tango scene. Because there's something learned there between Charlie and Frank.
Yeah.
And the scent of the woman is the theme, not the theme, but sort of like the underlying base of the movie and what it means. Like this adulthood, this coming of age, coming into your own, understanding what it means to be a man, but also having Frank do the same thing. So by the time you get to that end, they're both who they need to be. He's a little more, Chris O'Donnell's character and Charlie is a little more confident.
Yeah.
Frank is a little more understanding and has more of a thirst for life now.
Okay.
And he wants to protect that life that he's been with and has been guiding all weekend. So it lands. And so to your point, Scent of a Woman, at the time, it wasn't the term scent of a woman that got anybody to go. It was Al Pacino.
Yeah, yeah.
And I get it in 92. Now, I think it works. We look back at it. I think those are just one of those things where it's like sort of osmosis. It's going to stick with you.
All right, because I had some alternate titles that I just want to run by you real quick.
Thanksgiving weekend and at Willie's.
Let me take that down. A little play on My Dinner with Andre. My Weekend with Frank.
I like it.
Next title here. Daredevil Without the Powers. This is before I actually watched the movie, by the way. I thought the movie.
Gone.
This is before I watched the movie, by the way. I thought it was a legal drama. I just thought he was just a blind lawyer. I'm like, okay, that's it.
He's not even a lawyer.
yeah. So I wrote it before I watched the movie. I just thought he was a blind lawyer. So I was just like, Daredevil Without the Powers? Okay.
This movie would have been so much better if it was about a blind man who wants to become a superhero, but he decides to go on this weekend with this kid and have this whole like
exactly
thing. if his reveal, and it's fucking over 30-year-old movie, I don't care at this point, but if his reveal wasn't that what he was going to do, the action he was going to take, and it was like I'm going to become a superhero, and he's like building the Billy Club.
Yeah,
I'm in.
It's like the alternate universe where they got the rights to Daredevil. They're like, you know what? We don't want to make a superhero movie. Let's just make it a drama.
It's called Scent of a Woman. I do think because he's blind, the scent aspect of it works.
Yeah.
Because scent of, like, his senses are heightened and like he can't see the beauty in women anymore. But the scent takes him back, and he can remember. He can see the beauty through the senses.
And it's not like it's like a throwaway title anyway, because like throughout the movie though, he's always sniffing He's always saying, "Oh, you got this perfume. It means you must be ripe. You're ready." So,
he really is. He does have some. He has some lines in this. That's for damn sure.
Yeah. I mean, shit. He was what? He was sniffing his nephew's wife. Well, I was like, okay, hold on. Or was it his brother's wife?
No.
And when he arrived, he sniffed somebody. He gave somebody like a.
It was his brother's wife, but I kind of looked at that as like there was maybe a subtext there that he was in love with the wife first, and then when the brother got her, he left.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I was like, were they smashing? Like this is a deep hug.
You ever see The Searchers with John Wayne?
Yes. Yes, I did.
John Ford said that the brother character and his wife, John Wayne was in love with the wife, and that's why there was
that makes sense.
It's like turmoil between he and the brother and why he left. And the way and now every time I see it, the way he kisses her, the way he looks at her, the way he looks at the kids. And when he picks up Natalie Wood's character at the end of that, and you're like, oh, clearly he sees her in her daughter. And that's why he can't do it. And I don't layers like that is brilliance in filmmaking. So and I do see that in
and that's here. Yeah.
This is a good movie. It's a great movie. Even
so, I'll be honest with you, if I was his older brother, I would have thrown hands my younger brother. I'm like, what you doing holding on to my wife like that? I'm right here.
Yeah, it's fucked up. But I kind of there's something about those older generations that I feel like the way it was more natural the way they do it. Like today's world, no, you're going to cause a ruckus and you're probably going to pull out your phone, go on TikTok Live, fight your brother, and be like, he's trying to smush my girl.
He's sniffing her hair in front of me.
What is this? What is this? But back then, like people kept things to themselves.
Yeah.
And then like there was always like that's why I think the Bradley Whitford character being such an asshole to him, I think he sort of senses that.
Yeah.
He knows the dynamic and he wants to stand up for his dad.
Yeah.
Which I think also adds another layer, like he did a good job in this.
I really wish Bradley Whitford, even though this movie came out 30 or 25 years after, but I wish Bradley Whitford was just like, how long has this thing been going on?
I love that line. I don't like smug, shitty Bradley Whitford. I like Josh Lyman type Bradley Whitford, where he's just like really like, even when he's in Brooklyn Nine-Nine as Jake's dad.
Yeah. Oh, he's so
garbage, but you kind of love him.
Yeah. Oh my god, that's it. But you know what though? He's Bradley. I was gonna say that's a character actor, but no, he's Bradley Whitford now. Everybody knows. Yeah. Okay. So next category. And I think this is a layup.
I can't wait for these categories when we get to cruising.
Oh yeah. What would you do in this scenario? Okay, so you're college age. Okay. You take a job. This blind elder gentleman.
I took a lot of weird jobs when I was young.
He kidnaps you for a weekend. Everything turns out to be cool. Like you ain't dead. You ain't on the side of the road. You learned about life. You stayed in school. You had some steak dinners. You might have hooked up with a prostitute. I don't know. What would you do in this scenario? I know what I would do in this scenario. I would make sure everybody knows that I'm his companion. I'm nothing nefarious is going on because I don't want to die. I'm just taking care of this old man who gave me a great steak dinner and got me laid. Very nice man.
I would have went all in. If he was like, we're going to New York, I'm like, but I did that. Like I didn't want to be home.
Yeah.
So like if there was any opportunity that arose to like go do something, experience something, see something. I mean, I didn't want to get kidnapped or anything.
Yeah. But like, up kidnapping.
But like if he was like, I'm gonna take you to New York City, like I mean, he's blind. So like I feel like if he was going to assault me.
Yeah,
that's on me at that
point. That's the one thing I was worried about.
I mean, I was 10 in 92, so I wouldn't have gone then.
No.
But a few years later, like, I might have gone just to go on the adventure, see something, experience something new. I'm not saying that's the safe bet. I'm not kids. I'm not saying go. I put myself in a lot of dangerous situations. Stupidly.
But you got a steak dinner out of it.
I at a great restaurant too. So, I mean, listen, $20 is $20, right? So. kind of got to just roll with the dice on this.
I'm like, I can eat the lobster too with the filet. Okay, yeah.
Oh, I'm dying, Charlie. You can have whatever you want. He's not dying in the movie, by the way, if you haven't seen that. I'm not
yeah, no, I mean, yeah, you get wine, dine, you get free limo service. I'm like, okay, well, shit. I mean, I thought you were going to
like, at what point when he goes, my driver's going to hold you down and we're going to go to town. And it's like, it's not up for this one.
Yeah, hold on, Playboy.
Start ducking and weaving the blind guy.
Exactly.
It's like, I can smell you. That's when the Daredevil powers comes out.
Yeah, that's when the Daredevil powers comes in. Yeah. I'm like, shit, does every blind person have enhanced sense of smell? What the fuck is this?
Beats the shit out of me and he's standing over me.
Yeah. I beat you.
Oh my God. Pacino.
Okay. All right. So that's what you do in this scenario. You'll just let it happen. You'll just let it ride. You'll roll.
I would go and give it a shot. And like, I was resourceful enough where as a teenager, not young, but like as a teenager, where I could have figured out how to get home.
So younger Mick would sit through that awkward Thanksgiving dinner with that family. All
right. Here's where we get really bad. Younger Mick probably would have gotten shitty defending Frank.
Okay.
Just because it was loyalty. It was like, that's my boy. You're not gonna fuck with him.
Yeah.
You know, he's been taking me around. He got me laid.
Got me a steak dinner.
Got me a steak dinner. You don't get to talk like this, West Wing. Calm down.
Yeah, that's true. I got to ride the limo for the first time, so this shit is not happening.
Yeah. Listen, I'll tell you what, Frank, go take your girl. Willie, shut up.
Yeah.
Go take your girl upstairs, have your way. If she wants, consensual, of course.
Yeah.
But Willie won't mess with you. He'll sit back. Archie Bunky looking motherfucker.
Yeah.
Edith. Go with Frank Slade.
Yeah, no, that definitely great name, by the way, Slade. I'm just saying.
It really is. It really is. It's no
great
Jack
movie
Slade,
name.
It's Frank.
All right. I think this is a no-brainer. Does this movie go into the Hall of Fame, the Al Pacino Hall of Fame?
I don't think it's one of the top ones. I'd have to look at his list again to see what his top 10 movies of all time look like. So I don't know if it falls in the top 10. It definitely is up there, though. He's been in a lot of movies.
Okay.
Like, I mean, The Godfather 2.
Yeah.
That's
an easy 1 to 2 for me.
And it's
3.
Dog Day and Justice for All. Scarface. I don't particularly love Scarface, but he acts his ass off in it.
Oh yeah, he's great.
He was nominated for Dick Tracy, but I would put Scent of a Woman above Dick Tracy.
Yeah,
as a movie, I do love Dick Tracy though. Carlito's Way.
He was nominated for Glengarry Glen Ross. Yeah, I said he would be my one because a certain viewer who's watching this took her 5-year-old to see it, and her 5-year-old's been in love with that movie ever since. So,
hi, Johnny's mom.
Thank you, viewer.
Devil's Advocate, another great one.
Yeah.
God, that's actually Any Given Sunday. Like Scent of a Woman, all the ones I mentioned except for maybe Dick Tracy.
Because if you're willing to do doubles next week, because we can do doubles for the next last 2 weeks, so you got so many good fucking movies. I really wanted to try to get Devil's Advocate and Any Given Sunday on there. So if you're willing to do doubles the next 2 weeks, we can do doubles.
I thought we're doing cruising next week.
Yeah, we are doing cruising. But I'm saying if we can do cruising and devils if you want to.
You got to team them up. Double up. Serpico is a great movie.
Right? Because he has so many good movies. And, we're doing only 4 episodes for April Chino. Because, April's not the whole year. He has so many good movies.
Cruising's good. I'm trying to think of what would partner well with it.
Yeah.
Because I know you want to get Devil's Advocate in there, but there's so many better movies than
he's an absentee landlord.
Oh, it's so. I mean, I realize people when I say that, I'm not putting it down. Like I said, it's a top 10 movie, and
you know what it is? It's Keanu's Southern accent. It's the Keanu Southern accent.
It is tough. It is tough. I don't lose, I win.
Yeah, I don't lose, I win. Oh. I'm like, damn, are you from Selma by way of Baja? What the fuck?
God, he was an Everglades lawyer.
Oh shit. Oh yeah, he got that. I love Any Given Sunday. Any Given Sunday.
Great movie.
Because what's funny is because my mama watched it all the time, and that movie are what put Al Pacino in my formative life for the rest of my life. Because one of my favorite actors, Jamie Foxx, is bouncing off of him in that movie so well. So yeah, it was those two movies that like
you know who originally had that role?
P. Diddy, Captain Baby Oil.
I remember when they announced him years before the movie came out. They announced it it was announced on the radio and the news. I shouldn't say it was the main announcement, but they're like, P. Diddy and Oliver Stone are doing a movie together about football in the NFL, and P. Diddy is going to, it was Puff Daddy back then, but and Puff Daddy, well, actually, they were just calling him Sean Combs at that point. It wasn't even Puff Daddy, but so Sean Combs is going to be in blah, blah, blah. And I was like, that's exciting because it was the heat of the 90s. Puff Daddy was putting out great music. I was like, that's different and exciting. I like Oliver Stone. And then, like, I remember it was on the radio again. That I heard it, and they're like, well, Sean Combs dropped out of the new Oliver Stone movie, and Jamie Foxx is stepping in. And I was like, and that's all I remember. And then I saw the movie. I was like, this must be it. This must be the one.
You know why, though? He couldn't throw a football.
Convincing.
Yeah, he couldn't throw a football convincing.
All the baby oil.
Yeah, I think he had too much baby oil on his hands. But
Donnie Brasco.
Yeah.
Donnie Brasco. How do we forget Donnie Brasco? And we did Jack and Jill last week.
That's the movie that I use to convince people that Johnny Depp's actually a good actor. I use Donnie Brasco.
Yeah, that's a good one. I honestly, I don't mind. Okay, I'm gonna make a bold.
We're all about bold statements here.
I think Al Pacino's last truly great movie, like an Al Pacino, like what we're talking about, not Jack and Jill, an actual like those top 10 Al Pacino, like those top 10 Al Pacino are also in some of the best movies ever made.
Oh, for sure.
Category. So like that says something. He brought weight. So I'm gonna make a bold statement and say I think his last best movie of that caliber was Insomnia.
Ooh.
Year later, Simone came out, which is very apt today.
Because because he was phoning it in Ocean's 13. Because I would have gone with Ocean's 13 because he's really good in Ocean's 13.
He was good, but was that an Al Pacino next level performance? Even the Irishman, like he did a good job. I mean, he's
nominated for it, I think you're right. I think it's Insomnia because you say you made Simone next, right?
And Simone was next. He made, I mean, like I like stand-up guys. Like it wasn't great, but I liked it. I know you hated it, but I liked Righteous Kill. Like I liked it up until the end.
I think that's what it is for me. We're not gonna give it away here. I just think it was that ending that tanked the movie for me.
No.
So like I was just like, fuck this movie. Because like I was like so invested in that friendship between him and De Niro. And for what happens in that movie between him and De Niro, I was just like, fuck this movie. I'm looking at it right there because he had 88 minutes. The Recruit. He was good in The Recruit. I did like.
I did like The Recruit. I did. I still don't think it's that level. I think like to me, Insomnia. But
I think you're right, Mick.
Robin Williams should have been nominated for Insomnia. He delivered an amazing performance as a serial killer. I think people are just flabbergasted because they're like, what? Like, not that he hadn't played darker characters before, but that was a serial killer of young women.
Because it should have either been that or 1 Hour Photo. Or
1 Hour Photo was great too. He did a great job with that. But I think that comes off the heels of Insomnia. I mean, it's a Chris Nolan movie.
Yeah. But no, you're fucking. I think you're fucking spot on. I'm looking at his filmography. I'm like, the arguably best good performance.
You should do this for Chris Nolan.
Okay.
Like do like because we're watching them anyway.
Nolan.
So after Odyssey comes out, I would join you again for the Nolans.
Fuck yeah. Yeah.
That would be fun. Because we're talking about them now. We're having some great conversations over there. Thanks to you. You're the one that put this forth. But I would really like to. I would like you to watch them,
and
then let's sit down.
Yeah, because I think
your show and like let's talk about them.
I definitely think it could be longer than a month too for the Nolans.
It has to be longer than. Trust me.
Because like I saw your opinion on Tenet.
I love it. That second viewing blew me away. I love it.
We gotta discuss that.
Tell me it's not a James Bond movie inverted.
I told you. That's why I've been telling people.
I'm with you on it now. I love it. I had to watch all of the James Bond movies to see it.
See. But okay, so not in the Hall of Fame. Gets close to the Hall of Fame. Not there. I agree.
Yeah, like it's on the brink, but like Godfather 3 is behind this.
Exactly.
You know, so like in the Godfather 3, for all its faults, he gives a fucking performance.
Just when I'm out, they pull me back in.
We quote it all the time.
Okay. Now we're here. We're here to the main event. The main category. And I'm gonna say something controversial, but I'm gonna let Mick go first with it.
Okay, it's all you, man.
I like to call it the sense of a woman. Did Pacino steal Denzel's Oscar award category?
Please, sir, proceed.
Okay, all right. I'm gonna be very controversial. For the longest time, and my black card might be taken away after this. I apologize. For the longest time, I always thought this movie was a movie that stole Denzel's Oscar. This should have been it. Denzel had changed. He was revelatory. He became X. That's a lot of the stance of a lot of black people, including me. And that Pacino stole his. They just gave it to him for some old bullshit. This some bullshit. That's always been the stance.
Mm-hmm.
And I fall into the popular theory. It wasn't until I actually sat down and watched this movie today where I paused a little bit. The longest time I was like, he stole his Oscar. The longest time I've been on the he stole him. Fuck this movie train. I finally seen the movie, and I think what I need to say, I'm sorry to my black people and to the people here who love Malcolm X, and this is gonna be painful for you guys. And I feel like I'm letting you guys down, but did Pacino steal Denzel's Oscar? Yeah. It pains me to say.
We're gonna fight.
Fuck yeah, he stole his Oscar.
No, I thought you were going the other way for a second. You tricked me. I'm like, don't say it. Don't say it. No.
Now there was moments I got closer. I'm like, this is a really good fucking performance. But this shit ain't Malcolm X though. This ain't Malcolm X.
See, that's the thing. Malcolm X from beginning to end is a brilliant movie.
Mm-hmm.
There is not 1 ounce of that movie that's wasted. And honestly, it's Spike Lee's best film.
Yeah.
And I watched Inside Man last night, and I was like so fucking into it. I love that movie. But like, this is Spike Lee's best film. And Do the Right Thing's my favorite.
Yep.
But Malcolm X is the opus.
I agree.
Is. And what pisses me off is you knew who Denzel was.
Yep.
It's not. I mean, part of me is like, this is just racism. You know, they didn't like Spike. Spike was outspoken. Spike was, which that's not a fault. I'm not one of these Academy people who are like, no, it's not a fault by any means. It's a problem for the upper class elites in Hollywood. They don't like it. But fuck that noise, man. Tell me he didn't. Because I talked about scenes. And yes, Denzel has the scenes. Denzel has the monologue. Denzel has the power to carry the movie all the way throughout. Even Scent of a Woman, Al Pacino steals the show.
Yep.
But he doesn't steal the movie.
He doesn't steal the movie. And what's crazy is, to me, a decade later, they pulled the same shit. But this time it's Denzel taking away Russell Crowe's Oscar. Because they fucked it up in 91. Giving it to Training Day when Russell Crowe, I think he should have got it for not Cinderella Man, Beautiful Mind. You know, they do it a decade
Gladiator.
later.
I wouldn't mind Gladiator.
He won it for Gladiator.
Oh, did he win it for Gladiator? I don't remember every one.
But I just think that they I don't think they like giving back to backs like they did with Tom Hanks back in the mid '90s. I just don't think they like giving back to backs. So I think they were like, we dicked Denzel over 9 years prior. We really don't want to give Russell Crowe another one. He's making all these bad appearances in the headlines right now, throwing phone books at people and shit. Let's give it to Denzel for like his not best performance. Because I'm be honest with you, I love Training Day. I quote Training Day all the time. I randomly this is weird to do this to random people. Don't be like me. But I randomly just say to random people, "Shoot program, nigga." That's like in the very end in his monologue. I mean, he's like, "Have you motherfuckers in Pelican right?" Like, great speech.
Disagree. Denzel deserved it for Training Day. Now he deserved it for others as well.
Yeah.
I think he deserved it because it was so off type. And if you think about it, he has more than 2 scenes in that movie that stand out.
Yeah, he has a monologue that's now iconic.
Did Ethan Hawke win that year, or was he
nominated that year there?
But which is weird because that's what got him nomination. That bathroom scene got him the nomination, and that's not only his only great scene in the movie. But I'm telling you, if a supporting actor has one great scene or monologue, they're going to get nominated. You can't have that bathroom scene and not have the actor be nominated.
So I feel like, yeah, Denzel, because my dad even said when we left the theater, he said that he compared him to Sidney. He's just like, I don't think Sidney Poitier would have done that. Played the villain, go against type like that. And
should have. It would have been awesome.
Yeah. And I think, him going out of playing out of tight was a shot to his audience. And I think that is a nice thing. And it also spits in the face of those people who want to hate on Denzel, saying that he doesn't disappear into characters. Well, I'm like, yeah, no, Alonzo Harris is a fucking character. It's not Denzel. He's not playing himself. I really don't think Denzel's a crooked cop that gives people fucking Chinese food restaurant menus instead of warrants. I'm like, that's not him. I don't think he's banging Eva Mendes on the side, so that's not him. Did fucking the award that Pacino stole it from fucking Malcolm X. He disappeared into the X. They said that he was Malcolm X at a certain point. And yeah. So I don't agree that he should have got it for Training Day. I feel like he should have got it for Hurricane, which came out 2 years prior. We got nominated for that.
He didn't have any scenes in that where it stood out.
True. Because you're right. There's that one crying scene or whatever. Like, that's what got him his Oscar. It's always that trend. There's always that one scene.
Well, but those are the scenes that are always memorable. Those are the ones that get cut in the montages. Those are the ones that stand out. The worst. Yep. Like we were talking about Glenn Ross.
Yep.
The ball scene, Alec Baldwin. The scene where Kevin Spacey's getting chewed out by Pacino. You fucking idiot! Like just the whole scene.
Yep.
She's got a fat ass. And they have the dinner scene where they're talking to each other.
Scene. Yeah.
Then you have that ending. Like there are, like these are the things that stand out to us. And like Grandizer's here, and you're talking about Philadelphia. Tom Hanks was nominated. I don't know if he should have been for Best Supporting, but I don't know if he was nominated.
He should have been nominated for Philadelphia as supporting Denzel. Yeah, hell yeah.
He was nominated. I mean, I don't doubt
it. I said he should have been nominated though. He wasn't nominated for that.
He wasn't nominated for that.
He wasn't. Only Hanks, and he should have been nominated for that.
Hanks deserved it though.
Yeah,
Hanks had those moments. The scene where he's breaking down, the scene in the courtroom where he's speaking out. Denzel had a great moment too. So he should have been nominated.
Yeah, because it was crazy, and I'll say it here. I'll say it proudly. Him and Hanks are my goats. Those are actually, for me, it could be any day of the week. That's why I have them as 1A and 1B, or 1A or 1B, because to me, those guys disappear into roles. When I was acting, those are the guys whose career I aspire to have. I always loved the fact that Tom Hanks came from comedy and started doing drama, because I always love when comedic actors can show that side of them. And I just feel like Denzel, to me, Hank's been in bad movies, but I can't name a bad Hanks performance. Denzel has probably had some stinkers. I haven't seen them all, but I have seen a man try a British accent. He has a terrible British accent, but he's never been terrible in those bad movies.
He does not have a good British accent.
Yeah,
I didn't mind him in
British
the
accent's
Grana Shakespeare though.
Yeah, exactly.
But I mean, you also had Keanu Reeves in him, so it's like,
yeah,
all right. But you still you like seeing him in there. Like they're going to give a great performance, but it's just not what you're thinking.
Yeah.
Yeah, he has. But that's the thing. Did Denzel have movies that were stinkers? Because Hanks did too early on. I mean, He Knows You're Alone.
Mm-hmm.
I think is the name of it.
Mm-hmm.
He had, was it Mazes and Wizards or whatever it is?
Mazes and Wizards.
He had a few early on that stunk, but
yeah,
Denzel never had a Larry Crown.
No.
What do I mean by that? Is like Larry Crown came at a time for Tom Hanks when he was.
That was a weird time. That's a weird era for Tom Hanks.
It was like 2009, 10 or something like that, and it was like you're great. What are you doing?
Exactly.
What are you doing here?
Yeah.
This is a terrible
Why are you
movie.
doing this to yourself? Yeah, because like his last, in my opinion, his last great performance was Captain Phillips. A performance that I felt like I was robbed of finally getting a Hanks versus Washington at the Oscars because they didn't even nominate him for Captain Phillips. And that was the year they nominated Denzel for Flight. I'm like, oh my God, that's the one fucking. That's like I'm gonna say wet dream, even though it's not wet dream, but it's like the one wet dream I always wanted, which is to see Denzel and Tom actually go head to head at the Oscars. They always been around each other, but they never been nominated the same year. And 2013 was the perfect opportunity.
You know what I find really interesting about TikTok culture, and I say TikTok culture, but it's all like the short form video culture because we get a lot of memes, we get a lot of scenes from movies that run deep with people.
Mm-hmm.
I'm seeing a lot of scenes from movies that were always great, but they weren't considered the best scenes in the movies. Now being considered the best scenes in the movies, and I kind of dig it. I kind of think the take that these new generations have that are posting this, and it's like, I see where you're coming from with it. Now go watch the movie.
Yeah. What do you think of Fallen? I never got your opinion on that.
I love Fallen.
Right?
I love Fallen. That is such a great movie. And you know what? It is horror. It's a horror thriller. You know, I mean, ghost serial killer jumping from body to body.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
I wish we could have had like 10 fucking Fallen movies, man. I'm not gonna lie. You could have franchised it.
You could have pulled that off. But there would be no Denzel. Like you would have to, like he was so good in that movie. And it had such high stakes too.
Yeah.
God, that was so good.
Elias Coultis, man.
Yeah.
What a turn.
I'm gonna get you shut down.
That was the one that that was like one of his first movie he did with Goodman, man. Because Goodman was also his drug dealer in Flight.
They became friendly, From what I understand. Like that's Denzel's been around for so long. He's worked with so many people.
Goodman's another actor. Like, why doesn't this man have a fucking Oscar?
He has. Okay, I have feelings on this because I'm basically John Goodman myself, and I'm not complaining. I love John Goodman.
Yeah.
He is a guy who's like a utility actor.
Mm-hmm.
He's a utility character actor. He shows up and he is going to make anyone he's in a scene with immediately better. But I feel like in doing so, he gets overlooked from getting those parts that make you stand out.
Yeah. Because one part that I feel like stood out, and I thought I was campaigning. Like, I thought this was it. 10 Cloverfield Lane. I thought this is his fucking moment where he's gonna get an Oscar. Where he played a fucking killer, a nomination, not win, but a nomination. I was so angry in 2017 they didn't give him that now.
Well, and
he's good in that movie.
I don't think it's a rule like written down, but it is sort of understood that like small roles in movies, you're probably not going to get nominated for, even if you have you have to have a real scene that grabs everyone.
Yeah.
If you're in a movie for 5-10 minutes.
Yeah.
He had a scene in Trumbo where he goes and he takes a baseball bat to one of the idiots on the McCarthy trials. And he's like tearing up the office, and he's like, I make garbage. You think I can? And like the way he's delivering it, the way he's acting it out, that is a scene from a movie that was nominated where it could have gotten nominated, but he just wasn't in it enough.
Yep.
And that's where I think it suffered a little bit for him. Like, I wish he had more time in it. I bet he would have been nominated in a lot more things.
Yeah. So yeah, it seems like we're in agreement that Pacino stole Pacino's Oscar is Denzel's Oscar. That should have been on his wall. You know, what's crazy is, and we'll get to our final ratings, which is star based. We'll get to that soon. But I actually wanted to pick your brain on this real quick. What's crazy is, like, a lot of people I was noticing around the last Oscar season that just passed, a lot of people were having that sentiment of Denzel versus Pacino with B. Jordan versus Chalamet, this last Oscar race. And Marty Supreme, we both agree that's a good fucking performance.
Probably 5 out of 5 for me, but not Sinners.
Probably Chalamet's best performance. But a lot of people, especially in the Black community, I've noticed they were going to Pacino that man. They were going to say that this is the movie that he stole Michael B's Oscar from, with Marty Supreme. Like, I was noticing the tides, and I was so happy. I was like, maybe the Oscar voters was like, we're not letting this shit happen again. Michael B for Sinners.
I actually think that DiCaprio probably would have had a better chance than Chalamet, just because he's a darling.
Okay.
For Hollywood.
I can see that DiCaprio would be the Pacino in that scenario.
But Hollywood's changing.
Yeah.
Hollywood's not the same. And I think that's Michael B. Jordan won because he deserved it first and foremost.
Yep.
He deserved it.
And he had those scenes. He had like 5 scenes.
He had 3 or more scenes.
Yeah.
Because he got lucky enough to have 2 characters.
Yeah.
But bullshit that he didn't deliver the fuck out of every one of his scenes.
Yep.
So like he did have that, and like, you know, the strong heroic scenes, you know, the speeches, things like that. But to compare him to as like a De Niro to Chalamet's like Pacino, it doesn't work for me. And I think another reason that helped Michael B. Jordan is because the past like this, us talking about the fact that Pacino won over Denzel. It's like, we know why.
Yep.
You know, we get it, you know, Academy, even if it's unspoken or whatever. We know, like, no black cinematographers. I'm just going to say that there's no black cinematographers ever did a great job. Come on.
Exactly.
So just to give it there and kind of give my underlying feelings on it, Michael B. Jordan losing to Timothy Chalamet would have been another egregious error in a long line of egregious errors. And the Academy can't afford to be that anymore.
Not anymore. Yeah.
Hollywood can't afford to be that anymore.
You got to get it right. Yeah.
I mean, go work for the Daily Wire. You'll fall through a window. It'll be great.
Exactly. You see the clip of that too? I feel bad for the guy standing behind his big ass.
6'5" fucking John in the Majors built to hell.
Yeah. In a 6-foot fall too. Like that fall was 6 feet too. Oh my god,
dude.
I'm surprised his organs wasn't like liquefied when Jonathan got up off him.
As a former producer, that disgusts me. And the fact that they're trying to play off safety on set should be your number one goal.
Exactly. You know what it reminds me of? And I bet you're getting this a lot on your timelines too. Helena Hutchins. And that should have
never. I blame the producers too. You can't fault the producers for the deaths, but I can like put blame on you.
Yep.
Because you are the producers.
Yep.
How do you not know? In fact, every producer should go through every safety course with their actors, with everybody, so that way they can. That's an effective lead.
Exactly. And I feel like Jonathan, he should leave set from. He should quit that movie. And the reason why I say he should quit that movie is he waited. I think he got back in the game too soon. I get it. He's so close to the mountaintop, and to have something derail his career, where now he's doing these fucking worse than Tubi movies. It's a fucking tragedy, especially when you have Michael B. Jordan publicly saying, I will work with you anytime, any day of the week again. And now the boy got the juice because he won the Academy Award, so he can be like, I want this man in my movie. And nobody will say shit.
I'm not trying to be political. Donald Trump is president. Why can't Jonathan Majors work anymore?
Yeah, why can't he be acting anymore? Exactly. So
like, why not? Like, seriously? Like, okay, I get it. But the dude, like, I'm not defending in any way him putting hands on a woman.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what happened, so I'm not going to judge it.
But we've seen the footage, though.
Oh yeah, no. And I'm not saying she's innocent. All I'm saying is, regardless, you should never put your hands on a woman.
Exactly.
But does that mean that you should lose everything? Like your entire career? No, because like, all right, you lost Kang. That sucks. I don't think you should have had to. But if you're going to pay a price, I feel like losing the biggest role in terms of money, in terms of just being out there in the zeitgeist of it all, the main villain going into all these movies, like that's a big thing to lose.
Yeah.
But does that mean that you should never let him in any other movie? He's not a liability.
Exactly.
You know, it was a fucked up situation that happened. Mm-hmm. Bad things were done. But I don't think that needs to be the end of it. I mean, Louis C.K. had this fucking special.
Yeah, he has a fucking Netflix special now.
And he actually was abusing. Like that was a fight between two people. That's where you say, Jonathan Majors, I realize this woman's hitting you, but get the fuck out of here.
Exactly.
Like, you can't hit her back.
Exactly. Just like, leave, bro. Yeah.
You definitely can't hit her back. You're a giant.
You're a giant. Yeah. You know? I'm like, just bob and weave and run.
But
he did run. He ran for $6. You see the footage.
It's so stupid. It's a stupid thing. And
that man was Usain Bolt.
And I don't subscribe to cancel culture. Mm-hmm. I think nobody ever really got canceled except Jonathan Majors.
Yep. Like because of that bad situation and that bad relationship. To me, he lost his Oscar because Magazine Dreams was fucking phenomenal, and Disney was backing it at the time.
Yep.
Had he not been in that bad relationship, we could be saying that he won the Oscar over Michael B. and Sinners, which I wouldn't be mad at because I like both actors. They're both very talented actors.
I do not agree with that take, and I don't think he should have won for Magazine Dreams, but nominated. He had one really great scene, and overall it's a good movie.
When he confronted the bully?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that was a good one. Yeah. I was thinking of the what was the other scene? It was just on the tip of my tongue and I lost it. See, you had to put out the bully, but the bully was good. But like, it took place a little bit before that. It was with I'll think about the movie and I'll tell you. Knocked it out of my head.
By the way, his love interest in that movie, or I don't know if she could be considered that, but anyway, she lived up the road from us in Akron. She lived in Stowe, actually. She's from Stowe, so she's actually, a local girl. So, she made it big. Dating married to Joe Anderson, the guy who did Les Mis. So, yeah. All right. You ready to rate this bitch?
I'm ready whenever you are. Is it one out of 5 or 1 out of 10?
1 out of 5.
I always get mixed up because of Sturdy's rules.
Yeah. No, it's 1 out of 5 stars. I'm going to have you go first.
Scent of a Woman. Watching it this time around, I probably would have put it at a 4.5. Mm-hmm. I think I'm going to put it at a 4.
Ooh. Any reason why?
It's just watching it again. I was like, it has great scenes. Mm-hmm. It's a memorable movie, good story, great acting. Mm-hmm. It isn't perfect.
Okay.
I could pick it apart a little bit if I really needed to. There was it's a little too long. Mm-hmm. You can cut it down, and that length really makes it suffer in pacing at certain times. The fact of the matter is, by the time you get to the end, it's so satisfying, that scene.
Yeah.
You forget that there are some scenes where you're like, all right, come on.
Yeah.
The dinner scene was good. It's a bit like, that's a plot point movie to me. That's a good story wrapped around really good plot points. Yeah. And when you get to those plot points, you're like, great. So to me, that's a 4. That's not a perfect movie.
Because I would probably go with a 3.5. And I think I would go with 3.5 because there's certain stretches of the movie where you kind of like forget like about the whole tribunal situation with the whole car situation. And at a certain point, you're just hanging out with these two dudes. And I'm not saying that it's a bad thing to just hanging out with them, but like like for this to be such an important piece of the plot, to throw it away to like a couple of scenes where he's talking to Philip Seymour Hoffman on the phone, didn't really just do it for me. I also felt like the reason why like I can't get it to a 4 for me personally is because like Pacino has a couple of good scenes in there, but like I still scratch my head at why was he even nominated, let alone win. Like I say, he has iconic scenes in the movie, so I'm not going to take that away from him. So I understand, but like when you look at it as totality as a whole, for me, I don't know, it didn't really do it for me.
Disability too. Any disability also gets you a nomination.
Yeah, and that's a fact. I ain't gonna lie. So. And then and this is a positive. It's not even a con. A positive is so many movies that I love from the 90s, especially in the late 90s. You can see the DNA of this movie in. Like you could see it tied to School Ties. You could see it tied to the way Good Will Hunting looks and sounds. You can see it tied to any other film that's around that period of the 90s. Mm-hmm. We brought up Dead Poet Society, which is before, but still, you can see this movie is entrenched in the DNA of so many other films that I would go on to see and love in my formative years. So the importance of this movie, I'm not going to poo-poo, but for me, it's just plot stuff, and that's the reason why it's a 3.5.
I get it.
Yeah,
I get that. Yeah, I'm going to keep it at a 4. I think the major points hit. That ending is brilliant. Good chemistry, good acting. I'm going to overlook the fact that 37-year-old Robin was in it. I hate those movies. So much.
Yeah.
But I'll stick with 4, but I get the 3.5 for sure.
Yeah. God, man, I really wish Chris O'Donnell had a better career, man. After this, I really did. To just be stuck in NCIS. Yeah, stuck in NCIS purgatory for the rest of his career, man.
Stupid potato earlobes.
But yeah, guys, that is the second episode of April Chino, not Al Pacino, April Chino. In the books, we got it done. Next week, cruising. We got a very special guest, our man Trevor from Horror Research 30. He's going to be joining us.
Very nice.
We're going to be talking about cruising next Wednesday on the pod, the Johnny Loves Movies pod. So before I go, Scene Snobs, Mick Manhattan, give it away. Plug your ships.
Go check out the channel. Movie critic for a lot of years now. Mostly writing, but I have a lot of video stuff. You can go check out on a bunch of movies, classic film reviews, Does It Sucks, new film reviews, and so much more. We have a podcast called the Scene Snobs Podcast, which is on a sort of a farewell tour. We're ending on Halloween. And so right now we're doing a run, and the absurdity is bold. So join in Monday nights now. We're on a new night, a new time, Monday nights at 8. This upcoming, we just had an episode that was great. We had a lot of fun, so go check that out. But next week we're going to be health inspectors for movie bars and restaurants, and we're going to have a good time with that one. So you'll see what that's all about when you get there. But it's all over. It's on our YouTube channel and all over every podcast platform.
All right. And you know me, Johnny, the Shogun of Akron. Before I sign off, I do have a little special announcement to make myself. Tomorrow, I'm going to be making my triumphant return to Horror Research 30. I'm so excited. I'm coming back tomorrow. I can't wait. I missed you guys. I can't wait to talk horror movies with you guys. This is going to be so fun.
That's why you watch Beast of War. I'm so glad.
Yeah, that's why I watched Beast of War. Yeah. Me and Cuzzo, we were talking about it right before the show. So, yeah, I'm just so happy I can announce that for tomorrow. I will be on. It's been fun so far. I can't wait to talk cruising next week. If we have the strength, which I think we got the strength, we might do a double feature with it. We just got to figure out the Pacino to pair it with. But this is the second episode of April Chino. Thank you for watching. Have a good night. Love and hug and kiss each other and tell that person you love them. So I'm Johnny Loves Movies. This is Mick Manhattan. We will see you